생일 축하합니다. Our presentation topic is Korean birthday celebrations. We'll first talk about Korean celebration of the first birthday and the characteristics of Korean from their celebrations. We'll do the same for the 60th birthday. Then we'll conclude the modern Korean values from these two birthday celebrations. Let's come to Korean celebration of the first birthday, Tor. Tor is a celebration of the first birthday of the baby in Korea. The initial aim of celebrating Tor is to pray for children's health. As time goes on, the function of Tor changes from praying for children's health to a regular family meeting. In spite of this, the celebration of Tor still expresses two traditional concepts: family-oriented and the importance of carrying on the family name by giving birth to children. Nowadays, more families hold their celebration party in restaurants and hotels and replace the traditional Korean food with the Western one, like birthday cake. However, rice cakes must not be missed on the Korean traditional Tor table. There are different kinds of rice cakes such as 백설기, 무지개도, 수수경단. Use 백설기 as an example. Its white color symbolizes pure holiness and long life. They carry the blessing to the child. Food is shared with family members, relatives, and neighbors, as Koreans believe that the more is shared, the more blessings will be returned. This is one of the ways to express the happiness of the life given. More importantly, the reason of using rice to make dough is that Korea has once been an agriculture-based country, and rice has been a staple food of Korean ever since. Rice can be seen as a blessing of food. The main event of Tor is Torijabi. There are various items on the table, and the item that picked by the child will be regarded as the future of the child. The traditional items include a large spool of thread, Korean calligraphy set, money, and a bow and arrow. According to the current social environment, the items may change, such as microphone, mouse, stethoscope. What do the items reflect? The choice of items reflects several social phenomena. Microphone implies the rapid development of the K-pop industry. Stethoscope implies the popularization of the tertiary education, which increases the opportunities for teenagers to become professionals. Mouse implies the rising of Korean electronic companies such as Samsung. If the children enter Samsung or other huge enterprises, it will be seen as a very big honor to the family. In the past, items like threads and money reflect that the parents only want children to grow up healthily and have a good life in the future. However, favored from the economic development of Korea, parents have high expectations towards children. They hope their children can have a successful life and bring honor to the family. Next, we are going to talk about another important Korean birthday celebration, Hwangap. Hwangap is a celebration to honor a person's 60th birthday. 60 years mark the completion of a zodiacal cycle. In the past, the average life expectancy of Korean was around 50 to 60. As a result, when Korean turns 60 years of age, a big feast will be held. Until today, some Koreans are still celebrating Hwangap. The feast will be held by children of the 60-year-old parent. Even if only one parent reached 60 years old, both parents will wear hanbok. Their children and younger relatives will bow and offer wine to them one by one. This will be done in the order of age. Besides, there will be a prescribed table piled high with fruit, rice cakes, and traditional cookies. The feast also includes some entertaining activities, such as singing and dancing. In fact, the meaning and procedure of Hwangap are generally still the same. Traditionally, the big feast is held for celebrating longevity. However, with the advancement of medical science, the average Korean life expectancy has been increased to around 80. Therefore, longevity is no longer a significant reason for celebrating 60th birthday. Instead, Hwangap marks the transition of an individual from an active role on the family and society to an advisory role. As mentioned before, children and younger relatives will bow to the celebrator in the modern celebration. This shows that modern Koreans still values the significance of filial piety. Apart from that, there is family photo taking in modern celebration party. The position of each family member is based on their family status. Sons are having a higher status than daughters. This is an example of patriarchal value. From the modern celebration, we can find that Confucian philosophies is still highly valued by modern Koreans. In modern society, holding a big feast is not the only choice for celebrating Hwangap. In fact, they can go on a trip overseas, take silver wedding photos, or donate money to the needy. The change shows that modern Korean emphasizes more on enjoying the life. They prefer doing something memorable and meaningful. From the modern Korean celebration of these two birthdays, we can conclude that modern definition of quality of life is different from the past. The traditional quality of life was defined based on healthiness. Nowadays, good quality of life stands for higher social status, a more enjoyable and successful life. The only thing that remains unchanged is that modern Koreans still highly value Confucian philosophy. We hope that this video can help you to understand more about the Korean way to celebrate birthday. 들어주셔서 감사합니다.